EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the LA Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Richardson off the play fake.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this unit very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Trap 50, trap 50.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henry.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Chargers at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 yards to go, second down. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now 2nd and 9. Herbert now. This will be caught at about the 6. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. And this is caught. He's got him. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Again, it's Taylor. Now they can't bring him down. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 7-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are back within a score.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big gain of 5. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Go, Reed, go!
2nd down, here's Richardson. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
3rd down and 13. Richardson looking to throw this. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Cut 19! Cut 19! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Richardson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's second and 10.
79 Broncos.
Now Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
Herbert throwing again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
19 tight. 19 light. Go.
Richardson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Indy. 64 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Richardson looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Charger drive about to get going. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go check.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And fighting down inside the 25. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A give for Taylor running right side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
First and 10, Taylor now. Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Come on.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check, Bobcat. Go.
They give it off here to the tight end. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, Kappa.
Herbert going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 41-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Herbert. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throwing, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for their fullback. Safe play there, just trying to get a little bit of yardage, make it an easier field goal attempt to win it.
I think there's a quick discussion before the snap. Make sure you carry the ball to this part of the field. We want our field goal kicker set up.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So this one's over.